Grand Rising. Salute, salute. I wasn't even trying to go live yet, y'all. You know what I'm saying? My phone tricked me. My phone tricked me. But we are here now. We are here now. So I guess the time and the place is now. All right, time and the place is now. Uh Salute one time and salute to the true indigenous spiritual most high y'all. You know, trolls only God and your mama can love you. And I got to hit you with the infamous, notorious, traditional, self-made, y'all. One time, and we ain't talking about the popo. I say one time, yeah, yeah, yeah. One more again for the people in the back, y'all. One time, yeah, we in the house, y'all. We in the house. Man, there's some things bothering me, man. I know it's gonna be some trolls that's gonna bother me too, but that's all right. There's some things bothering me, man. There's some things bothering me. I'm gonna wait till we get some folks in the building. You know, I'm gonna wait till we get some folks in the building. That's what I'm gonna do. Wait till we get some folks in the building. I got some things bothering me. Y'all know how I get when things start to bother me. Y'all know how I get. We got to talk about it. We have to address it. We have to address it. We got to put our we got to put the tribe on it, man. We got to put our black on it. We got to understand. We got to understand, y'all. So today we got to get some understanding, cause I don't understand. Real talk, I don't understand. Y'all give me just a second. Okay. I went from fighting stray cats to fighting blackbirds. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. All right, so I don't even know where to start with this. There's not a lot of things lined up because I know we're going to make good conversation off of these two things right here. One, did y'all hear the statement Trump made? As you come in the building, please hit the like button. And if you're a moderator, let me know you're in the building, please. Let me know you're in the building. But let me take care of this real quick. Give me just a second. That's why I said I wasn't supposed to be on yet. This is all the stuff I do before I go on. But my phone tricked me, y'all. My phone tricked me. Shannon, what's up, Shannon? Grand Rising to you. Grand Rising, Shannon. Oh, here we go. Y'all ever gonna let the Snoop stuff? I think that's something y'all do to troll to get a reaction. I'm turned to the side. You can't even see me. You don't know if I look like Snoop. I could look like me. You ever thought about that? I could look like myself. You know what I mean? You probably like Kurt Cobain with the hole in the head. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Why we always got to do that? Why we always got to bring Snoop into this, man? I don't understand y'all. Why we always got to bring Snoop into things? You know? Snoop might be in Martha's kitchen. J Dub, what's up, J Dub? Why we always got to bring Snoop into this? Snoop is in the kitchen with Martha Stewart cooking up some THC pot pies, man. You know what I'm saying? THC pot pies, man. Y'all get your THC pot pies now. You know, y'all always calling for Snoop. I keep Snoop close. Yeah, y'all always calling for Snoop. Huh? Dun, dun, dun. He go. Yeah. Now, there's some things that's bothering me, man. And y'all know how I get when something's bothering me. So let's get to it. I want to start here. I want to start with Agent Orange, the Tangerine Dream. You know what I mean? I want to start with the man who has dementia. You know what I mean? I want to start with Mr. America first, Mr. MAGA. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Let's get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen. So, I thought he was supposed to be this American first president, go Brandon, and I thought he was going to live up to the hype, y'all. I thought he was supposed to be Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on, undercover people. Come on, undercover people. There's a rainbow waiting for you somewhere. There's a rainbow waiting for you somewhere. You ain't gonna destroy the message today. Okay. Now, here we go. I thought this guy was gonna come make everything good for everyone again. Yeah, already J Dub. We know how they are, so they're not gonna steal the energy. They're not gonna hurt the vibe, man. They're gonna show their own stupidity. You know what I mean? But it's okay. So Trump goes on to say this, y'all.
Because the United States can't take care of daycare. That has to be up to a state. We can't take care of daycare. We're a big country. We have 50 states. We have all these other people. We're fighting wars. We can't take care of daycare. You got to let a state take care of daycare, and they should pay for it too. They should pay. They have to raise their taxes, but they should pay for it. And we could lower our taxes a little bit to them to make up. But it's not possible for us to take care of daycare. Medicaid, Medicare, all these individual things, they can do it on a state basis. You can't do it on a federal. We have to take care of one thing: military protection. Because
Now, what did y'all get from that? Oh, thank you, Aunt TK. Thank you, Aunt TK. Every time you come in the building, Aunt TK, you show love. Y'all, let's put Aunt TK in the chat. That's what we do here traditionally when someone gives. You know, that's what we do traditionally. That's what we do traditionally when someone gives. That's what we do. All right. So, how do we feel about that? Thank you, Aunt TK. You have a great day too. Thank you so much. It's great when people come in and show love like that, man, because it's hard. It's hard. Thank you, Aunt TK. So, what I comprehend from that is if he wasn't busy trying to colonize all these different countries and govern all of these sovereign countries, if you were focusing on your country alone, if we didn't have all these military campaigns going on everywhere, then you could take care of your American people because free healthcare, free child care. Well, I ain't gonna say free healthcare, universal healthcare, and free child care, Medicare, Medicaid. Those are all things that American people need. Those are all things that Americans need from the time that they're infants. No, it does not. It creates debt. It only creates wealth for the manufacturers of the weapons. It creates debt for the American people. We're talking American people. American people. You're paying that same price at the gas pump. You're not making any wealth from that. You're paying into a debt, a taxation. Midnight. FMG. What it do? What it do? What it do? So as I was saying, man, y'all know what to do. Get them out of here. I try not to kick people out anymore, but when they just ignorant like that, go somewhere else and troll, man. You're not making a ton of nothing, man. You another internet gangster. You ain't making a ton of nothing, man. All right. So this is in turn creating debt for the American people. Why is he focused on the military? Why is he focused on WAR rather than the American people? I'm gonna let y'all hear that one more time. I'm gonna let y'all hear that one more time. Listen.
the United States can't take care of daycare. That has to be up to a state. We can't take care of daycare. We're a big country. We have 50 states. We have all these other people. We're fighting wars. We can't take care of daycare. You got to let a state take care of daycare, and they should pay for it too. They should pay. They have to raise their taxes, but they should pay for it. And we could lower our taxes a little bit.
Right there. States pay for it, raise their taxes. Taxation on the people. Paying into a debt. Paying into a debt. Everything that they do comes out of our pockets. Everything that they do. You can't address what the American people need right here domestically because you're too busy and fine-tuned trying to run other nations and unaliving other people. Trying to steal other people's resources to where you can't pay attention to the American people. To the American people. Do y'all know how much the economy can really boom if people didn't have to worry about childcare? Honestly, if the mother and the father could both get up and go to work and they have free childcare, they don't have to worry about someone watching their children, it's done. They're going to intend to work longer hours because they want to make as much money as they can make too. They're going to get while the getting is good, as we say. They're going to get it while the getting is good. But he's not focused on that. We have family members who are of age. Some of you have family members who are in assisted living facilities. Some of us have family members, that's going back and forth to doctors. And he's talking about Medicare and Medicaid and putting this all on the states to decide. No, this should be federal. This should be government. This should be government. I mean, you're writing all these executive orders for everything else. You know what I'm saying? You're writing all these executive orders for everything else. And you can't take care of the American people. Trolls, I'm going to get y'all out of here. I'm telling you. I'm going to get you out of here. I'm going to get you out of here. Now, second part is for us FBA family, Foundational Black Americans. Second part of this conversation is for the black folks. Exactly, cognitive this. Yeah. All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go. So, I couldn't wait to address this because, a lot of black people, not me, but a lot of black people, they love that Democratic Party, man. They pledge allegiance to that white Jesus, that white God, and that Democratic Party, man. That was created by the they created the KKK and that, but they love that Democratic Party. So I thought this would be great to share with the FBA family, because a lot of y'all are probably still on the plantation voting Democrat. I ain't saying vote Republican either. It's the same. It's the same two-headed snake, man. But listen to this. This is Demetra K, all right, African Diaspora News Channel. Y'all check out what this Democratic senator, congressman, whoever she is, just did. Check this out.
She is a congresswoman from Washington. I should put her up so you guys can see who we're talking about.
Hold on, let me back it up a little bit.
It says we own less than 3% of the media. Well, this is an opportunity for you to invest in that so that we can continue to bring you great information. So please and thank you. Now, let's get into it for the sake of time. Now, unless you've lived under a rock somewhere, and it might be a blessing depending on, what you want to know about what's going on in society. There's a video trending of a representative by the name of Pramila Jayapal. She is a congresswoman from Washington. I should put her up so you guys can see who we're talking about. Congresswoman from Washington. She is the first Indian American woman in U.S. Congress. She is also a former civil rights activist for a group called One America that advocates for their.
I'm going to let y'all see what she looks like here. She's in Congress and she's a Democrat. And she doesn't look black. I think she's from India or something. She's definitely not black. All right? Definitely not black. She's a Democrat. Y'all know how y'all pledge allegiance to the old Democratic Party. Y'all know how y'all do it. Watch this, y'all. Yeah, she's born in India. She's been a citizen here since 2000. First Indian American woman U.S. Congress. And Kamala Harris was the first Indian senator. See how this works, y'all? See how this works? Your Democratic Party not even black like that anymore. They're all immigrants themselves. And black people are busy trying to help everyone else with their problems rather than addressing their own needs when they vote. That's right. I said it. Because all you're doing when you vote for that Democratic Party, you're helping immigrants. You're helping immigrants. You're not helping you. Nothing in there is wrapped up for you. Nothing. And if it was black, they would change it to people of color just to be all inclusive of the immigrants. We know how the game works. Watch what she says.
Rights of immigrants here in America. I don't think she's doing it anymore. I think she's also one of the founders of it, but that's kind of what she started off at. Born in India, and she became a citizen in 2000. So 26 years ago, she became a citizen. She has been in Congress, I think, since 2019 up until right now. Okay. Now, last week, she was at a hearing and she was talking about a whole host of things regarding the ICE raids and what has happened under the Trump administration. Of course, you all know that he said, even when he was campaigning, that he was going to be doing a mass deportation effort to counter that of Biden's mass immigration efforts, where a whole host of illegal immigrants did come into the country. Not only did they come into the country, but they got a whole host of things, right? You name it: shelter, money, phones, healthcare, education.
New York was notorious for it. California was notorious for it. There was so many sanctuary cities. There was money borrowed from FEMA down here just to pay into those housing acts and all of those benefits for the illegal, undocumented, I guess I should say undocumented immigrants that were here. So we saw a bunch of Democratic cities do this, Democratic states, excuse me. We saw a bunch of Democratic states, even Democratic cities that was ran by Democratic individuals. All right. So here we go.
They got it all. Okay. So Trump says, yeah, y'all gonna be getting up out of here. Now it says that last year that they deported 2.6 million, some of them self-deported, and some of them, left against their will.
And let me say this: when they were self-deporting, do y'all remember that the government was giving them money to self-deport? Do y'all remember the government was giving them like $1,000 and other stuff to self-deport? Y'all know what I'm getting at by now. Yeah, we're gonna get into the whole reparations thing. Yeah, y'all know what I'm getting at. Do y'all remember that the government was also giving those undocumented people like $1,000 or something if they chose to self-deport?
Crazy part is too, speaking about reparations for immigrants, in a sense, they got that from the Trump administration, because y'all remember they were offering, they might still be, I think, $1,000 and a plane ticket to leave on your own free will. So y'all remember the app?
There it is. I knew I couldn't have been by myself. There it is. I knew I knew it. I forgot about the plane ticket, but I remember the $1,000. King Fire, what's good? What's good? So that in turn falls under reparations. But your haters would consider that a handout. Okay. If they're not on the benefiting end of things, it's a handout. All right. For everyone else, it's a handout. If it benefits them, it's okay. You're just playing victim. You're just playing victim, and you need to get a job. And that was so long ago. And we know how this goes, y'all. We know how this goes. All right. Let's get into this, because these are your Democratic representatives. They're showing you who they're putting first. You represent them. Black people are voting 80 to 90% Democrat. Not me, y'all. 80 to 90% Democrat. But they're not putting your best interest first. Their best interest is the undocumented immigrants that they put on top of you in your cities, in your neighborhoods. Come on now.
Biden had, where immigrants can log onto the app and figure out where to go once they got over here. Well, Trump was like, we're going to reverse that. Get on that app and say that you want to leave, and we're going to give you some money to do that. So they got money coming and going for those who wanted to leave. So anyway, Representative Jayapal, she said some things that really got people, hot under the collar. Now, before I show you the video, this is what she tweeted, right? This came from her own.
Listen to this. Black people, listen to this. Everyone's mad at Nick Cannon for telling the truth. Everybody's mad at Chile for telling the truth. You know what I mean? About the Democratic Party for telling the truth. And I'm not saying the Republican Party is any better. I'm just saying historically the Republican Party was the anti-slavery party, but both parties could give a damn about black people today in these times. All right. So it's the same poison. It's the same poison. But listen to this, man.
Account, Twitter, whatever it is. And she says we need to outlaw for profit private immigration jails and hold all those involved in detaining children and separating families accountable. I will continue to hold hearings to expose these horrors. And when we have the gavel back, we will get justice. Okay, this is her account. In case anybody's saying, is this real? Because some people have said, nah, this can't be real. All right. So I'm going to show y'all the video. To outlaw private prisons for immigrants. That should not exist. These should not be there for profiteering for big corporations that then channel those profits back into this administration that facilitates them. And at the end of the day, when we are back in power, one of the important things we're going to have to do is balance a number of different things that need to happen. Number one, we need defensive reform. We need to stop the things that are happening that should not be happening. We need offensive reform. We actually need an immigration system that works and recognizes the contributions of immigrants to this country and
immigration reform. Something that works. She's not speaking black. She's not speaking black. Watch what else she's about to say. That's also not black. But you black people are out here voting. These people in the office. Vote blue no matter who, remember? Vote blue no matter who. But they ain't got you in mind. Watch this. Establishes legal pathways for people to come to this country and for people to be able to get citizenship when they've been a part of our communities for so long. And then we also need offensive actions around prosecutions. We need real accountability because around prosecutions, she's saying this as a Democratic representative. She's funded by black voters and black donors. And you're talking about how they're prosecuted in this country as they come in illegally. You're talking about how they're prosecuted in this country as they come in undocumented illegally. You're not talking about how black people are prosecuted in this country under mass incarceration. You know, you're not talking about that. No, you're not talking about that. That don't matter. But you're funded by black people. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the people that have been inflicting this harm need to be prosecuted. They need to be brought before us and they need to be held account for the trauma that they have created. And we are going to have some form of reparation for. They've got to be responsible for the trauma they created, and that the undocumented illegals have to have some type of form of reparation for what they've been through. And are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The kids and the families that have been traumatized through all of this. You talk about how there's no supports for people even once they're released. We need to make sure that we are funding that kind of no support even when they're released, and we need to make sure we're funding that type of. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? To continue to provide relief. That is insane. But when you talk reparations for FBA, oh Lord, y'all, they go the man that try to hit on every woman in here. Well, ain't no women in here right now. Ain't nobody for you to hit on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Old way, new way. In the old way, you would get a set of acrylic.
You heard.
Before we get into that, 80 to 90% of all votes for the Democratic Party comes from the black community. And These are the same people who's telling you they're not exercising the conversation of reparations for foundational Black Americans. They posted it on their website, but yet they're proposing reparations for undocumented immigrants for the way that ICE treated them, for the way they're rounded up, separated from their families, and so forth, for coming in the country illegally. And we're talking about persecution. What about mass incarceration? What about redlining? What about social and economical injustices? What about police reform when they were out here unaliving Black people for absolutely no reason? What about that? Where's our anti-hate bill? What about Black? What about Black? Because you're dumping these people in our damn neighborhoods, in our damn communities. What about Black? How did you just jump to serving justice for these illegals, these undocumented, but you're not going to jump to save justice, save face, and create healing in a Black community that you destroyed through all of your eraser acts, through all of your prejudice, through all of your racism, through all of your whitewash history, through all of your colonization. You're not gonna heal that. That's not even in the conversation. That's not even in the conversation. But yet they're coming to your churches. They're coming to your jobs every 4 years, excuse me, making it look like they love you, that these Democrats have you in their best interest. Y'all remember Joe Biden on the Breakfast Club? He was brave enough to tell Charlamagne the fraud that if you don't know who you're voting for out of me and Donald Trump, you're not Black. Y'all don't remember that? Y'all don't remember them asking Hillary Clinton what did she keep in her purse, and she said hot sauce, trying to be funny referencing fried chicken? We don't remember this. They always patronize Black people for their votes, for their support, but they have never done anything for you other than vote against you to be freed as slaves. They voted against you to be treated as humans. They voted against you to be able to vote. They voted against you in reparations. They voted against you to let us in Congress, in Senate, in the House. They voted against all of that. All of that. How does this fly? Black people, when I tell y'all, if we're going to get this done, you need to create your own party. Bring back the third party. Push for it. You have 2 years, well, actually 3 years, 2 years to push for it, to make this happen. Bring back 3 parties. Make it the independent party. Find a candidate and groom a candidate and finance a candidate that has our best interest. What's in it for Black is how y'all need to be thinking, because they're not thinking about what's in it for Black. They're only thinking about how they can keep Black oppressed, how they can keep Black at the bottom, how they can keep Black begging for them same damn handouts. They'll quit to tell us no, 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 but look what they're doing to illegals. You gave it to the Japanese. They were only in those FEMA those camps for 3 years. For 3 years. They were only in those camps for 3 years to the end of that military campaign. 3 years. And 50 plus years later, Ronald Reagan signed reparations over to them. But we're still talking about them making us whole again, right? They really have something against Black. You're willing to do it for, she said prosecuting people, y'all. She said prosecuting, reform the prosecution for undocumented immigrants, y'all. That means you broke the law coming into the country illegally. You're supposed to be prosecuted to the fullest extent. But you tell me you could barely break the law. Man, listen, you better not spit on the sidewalk in front of a police and he's having a bad day. It's something that he can write up on you and take you in for. It's something that they'll take your life on the end of the road for, on the side of the road for. We done saw this happen. We know about the Michael Browns. We know about, it's too many. We see it all the time. We're not important to these people. We have to do something. We're not important to these people. They do not have us in their best interest, man. It's all about how they could benefit from us, but they want to make sure that we never benefit from them. Never, never, never. Think about it. Everything non-black received reparations. Everything black didn't receive reparations. They received chaos and destruction. Destruction. Every time black thrived without them, what did they do? They came along and they tore it down, burnt it down, dropped kerosene bombs on top of it. They destroyed it. Over 200 black functioning communities now underwater through the Eraser Act. Look at Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921. What did they do? But they're building an all-white community in Arkansas right now, and they can't get the work done. You know why? Rest my case. Rest my case. In a way, integration kind of hurt us, man, because it forced us to live around these haters. It forced us to have to interact with them. Now, I understand blacks living around blacks is hard too. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that, and I'm saying it out of love and truth. But being forced to live around a group of people that never want to see you thrive, that never want to make things right, they always want to speak unify, unify, unify. You only want to unify because now these prices are affecting your pockets too at the pump. See, the only time these type of people want to speak up is when it affects them. If it's not affecting them, you're just playing a victim. As long as it benefits them, it's okay. But when it starts to affect them and you speak up about it, oh, you're a victim, right? Victim. Now they want to unify. Now they want to unify, but they won't unify and pass some reparations. They won't unify and make it right. They won't unify and tell the truth. They won't unify and start putting all them white lies in them history books. They won't unify. They won't unify with the black people hired last and first fired. We know how this goes. We know how this goes. Segregation would have allowed us to govern and have our own legal system, aka black communities. It would have made us sovereign. We could have exercised our sovereignty. Man, we had, I don't like using the N-word, but y'all know about those leagues we had, man. The baseball leagues. Where y'all think Jackie Robinson came from, man? Everything they do is placated to what we've already done. Nothing's new under the sun. Nothing's new under the sun. So no, it's very disrespectful. But and then what's even more disrespectful is the fact that 80 to 90% of what's up, FBA Convo, you know it's love. You know it's love. You know it's love. Oh, we talking about them reparations right now, man. We talk about them reparations right now, FBA Convo. They just spit in the face of 80 to 90% of the black community, y'all. Because 80 to 90% of the black community votes Democrat. Vote blue no matter who. That's what your family told you, right? And I keep telling you, every time you vote blue, you're not voting to help yourself. You're voting to help other people, and it's usually undocumented immigrants. It's usually undocumented immigrants. That's who's in your Democratic Party now. It's not as black as you think it are. See, birthright citizenship is a thing. And instead of it being descendants of slaves, how it was written up just for us with the 14th Amendment, they went back people of color to allow immigrants to benefit from birthright citizenship. And now these people have been in the country, they've gone to school, they're in your judicial systems, legislative systems, executive systems. And now they have family who were put out when they were born, when they were babies, right? When they was babies, so they got to stay, but their family got put out and they heard about it. And they've been in contact with their family all these millions of years, all these hundreds of years, right? And now, hey, I'm in the legislature now. I'm going to get you back over here. These people don't have black in mind. They don't have black in mind. It's not unification. It's keep your foot on a black man's neck. So down to disrespect, y'all need to cut that check. We know what's going on. We know about the lies. We know about colonization, man. Hell, we know why Trump really doing this in Iran right now. We know. We know. We know. And it makes no sense. But they rather sit there and talk about, y'all tell me what the hell an undocumented illegal immigrant has been through in this country that's 10 times worse than what black has gone through. Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me. When have they ever experienced, when have anyone in this country experienced something worse than what black people have experienced? And I'm not talking about black immigrants. I'm not talking about the Africans that come over here and want to blend into black. That's a whole different thing. We're talking foundational. We're talking indigenous. We're talking been here. We're talking been here. Lineage starts here. Lineage ends here. Lineage will go on here. That's what I'm talking about. The native didn't know. That's a lie. They were imported here. They were imported here. So majority of those natives you're talking about were black people because the Siberians were imported after the Indians here. Those black Indian tribes became prisoners of war. Became prisoners of war. Stop acting like we don't know history. You don't know history. Modo says, only answer I have for that is our ancestors before us. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Let's get back to this. Y'all heard what she said about those reparations, but y'all think the Democratic Party, y'all think they play to black people? Y'all think they give a damn about black? Y'all think they support black? No, they only want your vote. They only want your vote. That's why I keep telling you, your vote means something, man. If they're not giving you exactly what you need, what's in it for black is how you need to be thinking. What's in it for black? What's in it for black? What does black get out of this? What does black get out of this? That's how we need to think. If there's nothing in it for black, sit your ass back. Real talk. Real talk. Stand down. Stop helping everybody else because everyone's not going to help you. And you're seeing that right now. Stand down. Stop voting to help everyone else and make life great for everyone else when all they're going to do is make life hell for you. You have to stand down. I know we some loving people. I know we are some forgiving people. But damn it, we got to be selfish right now. We got to be about us because if we're not going to be about us, who's going to be for us? Not this government. Is ran by who? The same people that colonized how many other black African countries and continents? Well, I ain't mean to say African, but black countries and continents. How many times have we saw this play, y'all? They're already planning to go after Cuba after this. They're already planning to go into Cuba after this. This is what they do while denying the damage they've done. So if we're going to sit back and wait for these people to address our needs, knowing that our ancestors laid it all on the line, what they went through, hell, even what we've went through, the time is now. These people are not thinking about our best interests. These people are not thinking about how to make it right. They're constantly thinking about how to make it wrong and benefit from it. Yeah. Too long we've sat and watched this country come up off of the backs of melanin people, y'all. Melanin people. Y'all started hollering immigrants, illegal immigrants and Mexicans, and they weren't enslaved. They weren't in those wars with us. They weren't. They was not. Where were they? I didn't hear about not one Mexican person in the doggone civil rights. Well, I didn't hear about it. I didn't see them in none of them on them plantations. I ain't see none of them. None. So I don't want to hear that. I don't see nothing but black. That's all I see. So I don't want to hear that. We've watched this country come up off the backs of black people forever now. Forever. And you keep doing it. And the excuse you use is, why pay reparations? It happened so long ago. But you're still doing it so many years later. You're still celebrating Independence Day, and that was July 4th, 1776. And that was not possible without those black slaves and those black freedmen joining you in battle and helping to deliver that for you. That's why you're able to run around here and holler, yeah, 1776. And then you put those people right back on their plantations, made them slaves, treated them the same as if they did nothing. Same thing after World War I, same thing after World War II. Same playbook. Same playbook. You've always used us to get by, but you've never ever paid your debt so that we can thrive rather than survive. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's up, Russia? Yeah. I had a friend whose grandparents were still working on a plantation and living there. Our back road has a few plantations. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you. But when it comes to them making it right with black people, nah. But they'll make it right with everything else, non-black. None-black. And then always want to throw themselves in the mix. And this is why I tell y'all, when we do rally, when we do get together, when we do start these organizations, just like FBA, y'all, we have to keep white people out of it. Because you're going to see it fall. You're going to see it infiltrated. There's always an agent. There's always an op. They can't get by without us, but we've proven that we can get by without them time and time again. And they hate it. And their jealousy always brought them to do what? Come bring chaos and destruction to those black thriving communities, to those black thriving towns, to those black thriving settlements. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. We've seen this. And I'm not going to sit here and play to this whole Pan-African thing either, because your struggles were not my struggles. And what you went through in Africa did not last as long as what we're still going through here in America. Chattel slavery was different. It was different. It was different. It was different. So no, it's not the same. And I will not include you. Sorry you went through what you went through too. It's hell being black all across the globe. But you know what's even sadder? Black is 80 to 90% of the global population right now. Of the world is melanated. And Europeans only make up like maybe 10% globally. They're the minority. But yet they've done all this extensive damage. They've colonized all these places brutally. They victimized everyone, and they're still in control as the global minority. Make that make sense? And you wonder why the whole world right now is just tired of these Donald Trumps, y'all. I'm trying to watch my language. I'm trying to be good. It's time for us to play to us, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's time to us to play for us. We can no longer sit back, and sit around and just keep having conversations, because your lawmakers, these people you're voting in the office, they're not voting for anything to do with you or to make life easier for you, to level the economic playing field. Okay? They're not. They're not out here conversating and referencing the social injustices. They're not. They're not. They know what happens to a black man we walk into a courtroom versus what happens to one of them when they walk into a courtroom. They know who controls that courtroom. They know who makes those laws. They know who mass incarceration was meant for. They know it. Most black people, I think they say 5% of black people own houses, pay mortgages. That's redlining. That's the effects of redlining. That's the effects of redlining. How often do black people go through gentrification in their neighborhoods? How often? They don't go through this. We go through this. We go through it. All you gotta do is go back to where you were born, where you were raised at. I guarantee it's gentrified. White marketers came in because some of the elders died off, and the siblings couldn't keep the home, so they had to sell it to European investors. European investors in turn marketed to immigrants, illegal immigrants, probably a Mexican community, and next thing you know, you got little Mexico in America. That's just how it works. Now, 30, 40 years ago, it was all black. Now it's all Spanish. Where did all the black people go? Why couldn't those black people hold on to those homes? Redlining. Redlining. Y'all get Maniac out of here. I don't know why they bring this homosexual, low IQ stuff with them. But listen, white men, we know that y'all are DL. We know that y'all are undercover. Not all. I would gamble to say almost at least 80% of y'all. We know, even your women know. It's not a surprise anymore. Yeah, loans denied. So, but they'll ask you, what have you been through? They'll ask you, what have you been through? Not knowing that we're still going through it. They control 90% of the wealth. Think about this, black people. In your account, you're only holding about 10% of the financial means that they have in their accounts. Do y'all understand that these people are born into money? We're happy just to see $1,000 here or there. These people, they're used to seeing at least 10,000, 20,000. Yeah, think about it, 120,000. And y'all have seen black people work harder than some of your white counterparts and still can't level that playing field. Still can't. Right. That's generational wealth. That's the money made off the ancestors. But they'll tell you they never owned a slave, but they can't tell you that they never spent generational wealth, that they never felt the benefit of generational wealth. They can't tell you that. These people are not concerned with us, y'all. Y'all heard what she said. Watch this.
Heard her, right? She, at the end of that, said that there needs to be some sort of reparations for the kids and the families that were separated due to the austere ICE raids and things like that. Now, she cited the private prisons, if you will. It is true that the ICE detention centers are getting a lot of, private groups, if you will, are buying into the detention centers. Now, that's not a secret because they do it with the regular prison and jails, right? It's just not a secret. And so she has a problem with that. What else did she say?
This is someone who had to come over here, and she became a citizen in year 2000. 26 years later, she's identifying as a Democrat. She's in Congress, and she's fighting for the rights of immigrants. We have black people who have been in these high places. Congress, Senate, House, even president, and didn't bother to fight for black, y'all. I need this to land, man. I need y'all to get this, man. These politicians are not your friends, man. I need y'all to receive this. Maxine Waters, how old is she? Older than a dinosaur. Older than a dinosaur. She picked her teeth with dinosaur fossils, y'all. You know what I'm saying? She ain't used to toothpicks. They used dinosaur fossils back in her days. I respect her. I respect her accomplishments. But sister and queen, it's time to sit down. What have you done for the people in over 40 years? And you're talking about running again? Running again? What have they done? Al Sharpton played to them. Jesse Jackson played to them. MLK Jr. played to them. When the hell somebody gonna play for us? Every time we get something black, Black Panthers, they tear it down. Black Wall Street, tear it down. Those black communities, let's tear it down. When are we going to be about us? Because they're never going to be about us. The black people y'all see in these high places, well, they probably did some things and took some payments and probably sold out to be where they are. You mean to tell me this lady just became a citizen in 2000, and 26 years later, she's already on the board as a Democrat in Congress advocating for immigration reform? But you've got black people who've been in government forever who won't even What happened to Bill H.R. 40, y'all? That was started in the 80s. They've been filibustering that reparations bill since the 80s, y'all. Bill H.R. 40. All the black people that came in and out of government in this country, when the hell has that ever been brought to the forefront? When? When did y'all hear Jasmine Crockett screaming ass talk about it? Jasmine Crockett was helping the immigrants too. And those same immigrants got her sellout black ass up out of there. I'm giving y'all facts. And she was a Democrat. The same people that y'all are out here voting for and helping are refusing to help you. They're taking your place. Black people, we're not even second in this country anymore. We're third. It's the white race, the Spanish race, then us. At least at one point, we were right behind the white race. You know what I'm saying? Al Sharpton, a pastor without a church. He's getting paid from the European Union. He's tied in. He's about the Benjamins. He's about the Benjamins. Right, giving people your vote for nothing when your vote is really all you have. Think about it, man. I'm gonna tell you how you know your vote is powerful. Because even when your ancestors were slaughtered, then when they fought to vote, y'all, you know what I mean? After they received their voting rights through the Voting Rights Act, do y'all know that we studied some of these massacres right here? The Ocoee massacre, the Opelousas massacre. They had massacres all around the country, slaughtering black people because they showed up after paying their poll tax to vote legally. And white people did not want them voting. And it was legal. Just had a whole war so that you can do so. And what did they do? Massacre after massacre after massacre after massacre, all over voting rights. And you're going to give your vote up for nothing when these people were massacring us because we showed up to vote. They weren't showing up for nothing. What do y'all think our black people were voting for then? I guarantee it's damn different from what you're giving your votes up for now. Guarantee it. All somebody got to do is tell you look black. FBA Convo, I thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Can we put FBA Convo in the chat? He says, keep on cooking, cut, certified salute. Certified salute to you too, brother. And you revive me, man. You inspire me. You inspired me, man. You inspired me. So, yeah, listen, brother. I'm going to do my thing, brother. Those words you had with me the other night when you called in, man, they haven't left my mind yet. They haven't left my heart yet, man. Like, salute to you, man. I needed that, man. And your voice was so strong and so thorough and man, I needed to hear that, man. I needed to hear that. So salute to you, man. And that's how we need to stick together, brother. The same thing you did for me, that's what we need to do for all of us. And I received that and I respect you and I love you for that, my man. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you sincerely. Sincerely. That would never be forgotten. Black people, when are we going to get tired? When are we actually going to say enough is enough and mean it? Mean it. Are we going to sit here and just rally and talk and unify and rah, rah, rah? Or are we going to take to the legislature? Are we going to take this fight to these lawmakers? Are we going to call these people out on that? The fact that you want reparations, you want a whole, might as well say criminal reform bill and an anti-hate bill for immigrants and for what they went through with ICE when they came here illegally. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If we don't have our own best interests, no one's going to have our best interests. If we continue to let the little things distract us, we're never going to make it to the promised land, ladies and gentlemen. As long as we keep identifying as African and everything else, that's exactly what they want. That's exactly what they want. They know they're winning. As long as you're identifying as Christian, that's exactly what they want. They know they're winning. As long as you can turn the other cheek and be forgiving, that's exactly what they want. They know they're winning. But when you keep your foot on their neck, the way they had their knee on George Floyd's neck, and you tend to apply pressure, pressure busts pipes eventually. So they need to be hearing this reparations talk come from everywhere, every black platform, every black mouth, every black community, every black community. And when I say black, I mean FBA, because we know how them Africans feel about us. We know how some of the Haitians feel. We know how some of the Jamaicans feel. We know, not saying all, some. But I got a personal beef with Africa. Because Africa trying to be a quarter slick. Africa want to get paid twice. You know what I mean? Africa want to get paid twice. Yeah, we can't be. Think about it, y'all. On April Fools, they just launched a damn rocket headed to the moon. Who the hell gives a darn about the moon? How much did that rocket cost you to build? And you say you don't have money for reparations, and you say you don't have money for health care, and you don't have money for child care, but you got money for a damn rocket to go and circle the damn moon? Are you kidding me? You got money to pour into the military to keep all these military campaigns going across the world while you're busy colonizing and monopolizing other people's sovereign communities and countries and land, but you can't help the American people. Huh? But you supposed to be make America great again. America first. Make us great again, black people. Black first. We got to go get that check, y'all. Should nothing hold us back from getting that check, y'all. Nothing. And I want y'all to check out Alpha. I think it's Black Alpha Network. The brother is out of Georgia. I don't know what. The brother is out of Georgia. We have to keep the conversation going. You have to apply pressure. We need to find out where all these conversations are taking place, these rallies are taking place, what town halls, community centers. We need to find out where they are, and we need to be showing up. We need to be showing up. We out here rallying. If they can rally talking about no kings, we can rally on every single block in every other state, in every community about them reparations. Oh, we can get the conversation out there. We ain't going out there to protest for Trump. We ain't got to go out there and break no laws. You can stand quiet and stand in the corner and say reparations for foundational blacks. Let your sign speak for you. We can apply pressure. We can apply pressure. Y'all, they marching through black communities, Nazis, swastika flags en masse, y'all. And y'all think y'all can't organize? Y'all think we can't organize? They having no kings protest. And they the ones voted the SOB in. And we can't organize and get the word out here? Don't vote if reparations is not on that ballot. And in order to get reparations on that ballot, you've got to spark the conversation now, because your next federal election is in 2 years. 2 years. Don't let Kamala play on y'all. Kamala ain't black. Kamala wasn't gonna do nothing. Reparations. Obama wasn't all the way black. He wasn't gonna do nothing. Obama watched us get slaughtered. It started on his clock. It started the Black Alpha Network. Yeah. Y'all listen to that brother, man. Y'all listen to that brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all listen to that brother. Black Alpha Network, that's him. Y'all listen to that brother, man. And salute to that brother, man. If he ever get wind of me, salute to that brother, man. Salute to him. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him. Black Alpha Network, y'all. Black Alpha Network. Black Alpha Network, y'all. Real talk. Y'all overlooking the smaller platforms. Y'all overlooking the people that's really doing the work. That brother there is doing the work too. You know what I'm saying? I would love to meet him. I would love to work with that brother, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I would love to work with that brother. You tell that brother I said salute. You tell that brother I'm one of his #1 fans. Tell that brother I'm doing the same work. I'm doing the same work. Hey, that brother get it in. That brother get salute to that brother, man. Respect to that brother, though, man. Yeah, y'all go check that out, man. Y'all go check that out. Y'all go check that out. Oh yeah, well, when I say small, I'm meaning big, like a Candace Owens or something like that. You know what I mean? It's not to belittle him. The brother doing work. I've seen his numbers. Trust me, I've seen his numbers. I know. I know everybody be up in this chat, man. Hell, I be up in this chat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he does do the certified salute. I've been saying salute, salute since I started. That's just my thing. But he do the certified salutes. Yeah, he do the certified salutes. Hey, that brother doing work, man. That brother doing work. That brother doing work. That brother doing work. I listen to that brother, man. I'm just not running across him. I ran across him probably about maybe 2, 3 weeks ago. But man, I ain't pulled back from that brother. I done gravitated towards that brother. You feel me? That brother is doing work. That brother is doing work. I like his setup. I like how you get it down. I've used his content right here. We were talking about James Smalls the other day. That was his content. Yeah, yeah. And you know what I learned about him? He'll tell you about your butt too. He do the same thing I do. He'll tell you about your butt too. I watched DD got a podcast, but DD very intelligent, just too religious for me. Too religious for me. He does good work. Nothing bad to say about his work. I know about DD got a podcast. He's just too religious for me. When that brother cut his dreads off, I already knew he was going a different way. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was going a different way. He was trying to appease to white society, man. But he does good work. He's just too religious for me. And if he found a way to make his content more exciting rather than sitting there and trying to look too sophisticated to be human. Even y'all see me, I'm a little goofy sometimes. I crack my jokes, I like to laugh. It keeps people engaged. You know what I mean? He just needs to find a way to spice it up. The brother is great. I'm not knocking him. I just can't make it through all of his segments because to me, they're dry. Very educational, very informative, very smart. The brother is on point. Like I have nothing bad to say about DD got a podcast, other than finding a way to kind of hype it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Content must be exciting, engaging, and informative. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's doing the work. Okay, look at the difference between Black Alpha Network, his energy, and DD got a podcast. Totally different. Totally different. Mike TV. I introduced y'all to. I told y'all about Mike TV. I always reference Mike TV on here, man. Come on, FMG. I'm always on Mike TV. That's why you always telling me you're not ending it, remember? I'm always on y'all about Mike TV, man. God created us, and whatever God needed us to know, He placed it within us. We don't need to seek outside information to know what we should be doing. We need to know our history. We need to deprogram and reprogram. See all this religious stuff, you gotta take this religious bull crap out of it, man. That's just an excuse. You got to do the work. The God in you got to make up your mind to save you and do the work. Real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? No, Didi is good. He's somebody good to watch. I'm telling you, the brother is Didi got a part. I'm still subscribed to him. I watch the brother. I just wish he wasn't so serious all the time. Hype it up, show us a different side of you. You know what I mean? Like that brother just be about business. He's like professional. He's professional. You know, sometimes want to see you crack a joke, laugh, get out of character. I seen you cry about Jesus. You know what I mean? I saw him cry about Jesus. He went and cut his hair off. Like, brother, be you. You're smart, you're ambitious, very intelligent. You know what I mean? That brother is doing work. Didi got a podcast, is doing work, man. And he was voted one of the most popular platforms on YouTube like last year. Even it could have been this year. The brother is very successful. Nothing bad to say about him, just kind of hype it up a little bit. I don't want to sit here and be all mediocre just to be professional. I'm gonna crack my jokes. I'm gonna laugh. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna laugh. Keep people intrigued. Uh-oh, who y'all finna toe? Who y'all finna toe? My truck alone though. Who y'all finna toe?
And she says we need an immigration system that works. Okay. And when I hear her say,
give him a chance. He's just real religious. He's young. He's young. Give Didi a chance. Give Didi a chance. Oh, thank you, FBA Convo. Out of 10 people, 3 people love you, 3 people hate you, and 4 don't even know about you. Charlemagne the God. Those are facts. Those are facts. Thank you again, FBA Convo. Much appreciated. Those are facts. Y'all, let's drop FBA Convo in the chat. Let's drop FBA Convo in the chat.
at him like, well, the immigration system under Biden, did that work? Where he, along with Kamala, because she was there too, allowed any and everybody to come over here. Is that the type of system you talking about? That's very expensive. It is said that it costs anywhere between 150 to 180 something billion dollars a year for illegal immigration, whether it's shelter, it's education, it's healthcare, whatever it is, right? So was that the system that she's talking about? That harms everybody else. Citizens that are taxpayers. That is harmful to open up the borders and let everybody in. So again, I don't agree with all that Trump is doing. I don't like the austerity that ICE was, operating under. I don't like that. But it's like, so you open up the borders, you let all these people in, costing all that money, especially when Black Americans are being told, no, right? You can't have it. We don't have it. We can't afford it. But is that what she's talking about? The immigration system, a pathway? Damn, that was a hell of.
Why did it change? Why did it change? Why did the conversation change? It's no when it's us, reparations. But with these illegal immigrants, with anything non-Black, it's always a conversation at least. It's always a conversation at least. And I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. Because we've got generations of foundational Blacks who've suffered from reclassification, from being displaced, from not knowing history, from not knowing what people has done to you. Porky, you really want to come in here saying that with a name like Porky? You really want to do that, vampire? Because I always tell people we serve up pulled pork over here, homie. Don't do that to yourself, Porky. Don't do it, Porky. We serve pulled pork over here. Pork rinds, pork ears, chitterlings, all of that. And we always need the pork. And I guess you just supplied us the pork. Huh? I know we shouldn't be eating pork. But, sometimes that vampire pork meat, if you slow cook it, that vampire pork meat, it can, at least we know how to season it. At least we know how to season it. Yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it. And that's why we have to be about us. They know the truth. See, every time they get mad and they say stuff like that, that's white guilt, y'all. And that's as close as you're going to come to them being accountable. You can't trust your lawmakers. You can't trust these Black lawmakers. They are bought and paid for. They're owned by someone. They're still on the plantation. They just look like you. But all skin folk ain't kin folk. They have their own agenda. They have their own needs. They have their own families. They have their own debts. They're not worried about all of America. They're worried about them, the 1% that benefit from all of America being taxed. But y'all don't hear me, though. We got to take this to the streets. We got to keep this conversation relevant. They need to see these FBA banners on the side of the road, on the back of your trucks. They need to see the word reparations 2028. They need to start seeing hashtags like this, y'all, in order to get it. Because until we start doing that, they're never going to take us serious. They're not going to take the fight serious, the conversation serious, the history serious, the sacrifice serious, the bloodshed serious. Nothing. They're not going to take it serious. And that's something that we actually have to do. We have to get it out there. It's on us. It's not on them. It's on them to deny it. It's on them to keep lying. It's on them to keep us oppressed. It's on them to keep them benefiting. It's not on them to make it right. Because they make it right, we've already showed them and exemplified through history that we can pass you. We can do better than you if we had the same resources you had. We've proved it. Y'all don't see black people on the side of the road homeless, man. You know why? Because even though we're not working with much, when we see our people, we're going to stop and pick them up. We're going to take them off the streets. We're going to clean them up. We're going to feed them. We're going to make phone calls. Hey, I just saw Uncle such and such, or Auntie such and such. You got space for them? Well, I'll keep him here a couple of nights. We make sure. But you see all the white people on the side of the road with a 400-year head start. You know what I'm saying? With a 400-year head start, still failing. Don't know where they're going to get a bath from. Don't know when they're going to get a meal. Family don't support them. You know what I mean? Listen, we're not asking you. That's why white people don't have any room in this conversation. If you're not black, you should not even be commenting on reparations. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. The sun is out. Vampires, poof, be gone. Poof, be gone. Poof, be gone. Y'all get them out of here, y'all. Y'all hide them. Poof, be gone. Call me what you want to call me. I love my people. I love my people. Same way you love your people. Weren't you just in here being racist, advocating for your people? Did I call you a racist? No. No. Get up out of here. You want to identify as white. That's what you want to be. But you'll never be accepted as white. You're Spanish. They're using you too, dummy. They're using you too. They're using you too. They're using you too. Enjoy your break. Think about it. Think about it. Right. We are the bank. Think about all those insurance companies that got paid from slavery. Think about all the insurance companies that get paid now when they slaughter one of us. And then you got to go out there and get the raccoon Benjamin Crump. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is a never-ending cycle. I told y'all, they don't agree when it don't benefit them. And them having a level of economic playing field, that doesn't benefit them. That doesn't keep them at the advantage. It doesn't keep them at the advantage. See, truthfully, they know they're not superior. When they think, the thought of them being superior comes from their economical, their financial means, y'all. They know that physically, we're superheroes compared to them. You know, we're superheroes. You know what I mean? They know the truth. But that's why I tell you, that's as close as you're going to get to them showing accountability, their white guilt. That signifies that they know they're wrong. Think about it. It's always the white people that throw those attitudes and make those statements. And all we got to do is mention reparations. They're telling you everything you need to know. They're owning it. In the midst of trying to deny it, they're owning it. They're owning it. You just have to realize that they show accountability through the anger of their white guilt, through their emotions. Through their emotions. That's what they do. That's who they are. And we don't facts over feelings, baby. We don't care about that. Cut that check. Facts over feelings. We don't care about that. Cut that check. Cut that check. If they not on the team, if they not talking reparations, if they not talking black first, if they ain't out here being truth seekers and truth speakers, y'all, then they're the enemy. They're ops. You know what I'm saying? They the ops. They the ops. We live the black experience. We are the black experience. We go through it. It ain't nothing they can tell us. When they say something about it, trying to shut the hell up. Everybody else, non-black, got reparations and got hate bills. What the hell are you in the conversation for? You got everything you need. Exit. Exit. It could be. That's a good question. It can be implemented in so many different ways. We definitely need that land. It could be tax exemption. It could be free free sponsorship for schools. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything. To go back, it could be anything. Sales tax, you can get rid of that for black people. It's so many ways that they can pay into reparations. But trust me, we want that money too, because you got to pay taxes on that land. We want and need that money too. 40 acres and a mule, right? We need that. We need that. We need that. We need that. They didn't worry about how they were going to pay reparations to the Japanese 50 years later. Reagan found a way to do it, didn't he? They didn't worry about how they was going to do it to the victims of the Holocaust, the J community. They found a way to do it. They didn't worry about how they were going to do it to the Irish and the Italian. They found a way to do it. Hell, even with the Chinese, they found a way to do it. Even with the fake Native Americans, the Siberian imported fakes, y'all, they found a way to do it. 9/11 victims, they found a way to do it. But you mean to say, yeah. I hope that one hit home. 9/11 victims, yeah, they found a way to do it. But when it's about black, nah. It's not even a conversation. It's not even a conversation. It's not even a conversation. Tax exemption for 50 generations, give us our land back, reparations, and reclassify us for who the hell we really are. Yeah. Hell, the biggest form of reparations they can give us is just getting back on the boat and getting the hell up out of here. Them, not us. Pack back on your little slave boats, build your Titanics, and sell your evil asses on out of here off of our land. That would be great reparations. That would be great. That would be great. That would be great, y'all. I'm trying to see who vehicle they out here towing. I'm keeping an eye. But that would be great. That would be the greatest form of reparations. For them to hop on their little slave boats, their little Titanics, wherever they want, and take their ass back to Europe, take their ass back to Italy, go on back to Portugal, go on back to Spain, go on back wherever you come from, just get the hell up out of here. We assume our government back. We assume our land back, our property back. You know what I mean? Hey, I don't mind you timing out dumb questions. I don't mind you timing out dumb questions. The time is now, black people. The time is now. The time is now. They're showing you. They're dancing around reparations for us. Y'all saw what Ghana just tried to do a couple of weeks back when they tried to come up with a resolution for reparations, y'all. And the U.S. voted no. And IHOP voted no. And I can't remember who the third one was, but I know it's a Spanish country. You know what I'm saying? Argentina, I think it was, voted no. They're not going to give that to us. We got to go out there and damn near take it, y'all. We talking about sitting home on the sofa. Yeah, sitting home on the sofa when it's got something to do with them and they King Trump BS. But we need to be off the sofa. We need to be making banners, making shirts, bumper stickers, window decals on your automobile. Reparations 2028. Pay your debt. Pay your debt. Argentina, thank you. Pay your debt. We just heard an immigrant who came over here and became a citizen in year 2000, who's now a registered Democrat in Congress. She's not talking about what she saw black people go through growing up. She ain't talking about that. She lived in our neighborhoods. She ain't talking about that. She's talking about benefiting immigrants, reparations for immigrants, criminal reform for illegal immigrants, y'all. But y'all are the ones voting blue, though. So if they're not going to make the conversation, if the world and the UN ain't going to make that conversation, we got to make that conversation. We got to make that conversation. And we got to make it known that we serious. We got to make it known that we serious, man. If they not talking reparations, we not talking about, hey, vote me in and I'll think about reparations. Nah. We need proof. We need proof. We need substance. We need evidence. Because without evidence, there's no argument. We need evidence. Evidence. Do it before we vote you in. Have a proposal on your website.
go hard on it. The same way Kamala went hard on getting black people to unalive their babies through Planned Parenthood, through people getting sex changes, women rights, and all that other BS she was on trying to perpetrate one of us as a black person. It's the same way we need to put the smoke and the fire to the whole conversation of reparations and stand on it. We don't need Meg Thee Stallion twerking around here. We need them fingers working, writing them checks around here. That's what we need around here. That's what we need around here. I appreciate that FBA Convo. FBA Convo, I appreciate that super chat at $2. Support cut with the super chat. Support cut with a super chat. Thank you, brother. Thank you. But that's what we need. The same way she applied that pressure. She told y'all she was black. She told other people she was Indian. Y'all believed she was black. Ladies, y'all jumped on her back. Y'all heard women's rights when it comes to your bodies, and y'all, the confused people heard sex changes and transgender and transformers, and they whole different agenda. The agenda can't change. If you're not talking reparations, the same way a white supremacist focus on white supremacy, we black people need to be focused on FBA and reparations. Every time you talk to somebody non-black, don't mention Jesus, mention FBA, mention reparations. Real talk, real talk, real talk, real talk, real talk. That's what it's gotta be. That's what it's gotta be. That's what it's gotta be, y'all. That's how it has to go. We gotta be about us. See, look, a professional victim, a professional thief, a professional liar. Huh? A professional thief, a professional liar. That's what you are. You can't tell the truth because the truth ain't never been in you. You come from the lineage of evil. I told y'all, they get upset when you talk about reparations. When they do stuff like that, that's their white guilt, y'all. That's as close as you're going to come to them being accountable. That's telling you they know the truth. And that's telling you that they have a fear. They have a fear that they're going to lose something. These idiots don't even stop to think that the government will have to pay that back. Not them. In their feeble minds, they don't want black people to have it like them. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Huh? We even got it like y'all now, but yet all the money you make is off of us. The black trend, the black culture, black sweat, black skin, black melanin. Huh? The black sacrifice. Everything you've ever made, every damn red penny has come from black. It's been about black, or it was stolen from black. It was invented by black. Therefore, you owe the blacks. Meet the blacks. Meet the blacks. You owe the blacks. We ain't no damn African Americans. We indigenous. This is ours. You're a guest in our home. You're a guest on our land. Know how to conduct yourselves. Know how to conduct yourselves. You thieves. You pervs. Huh? You pedos. Know how to conduct yourself. You disease-carrying, lice-infected human beings. Know how to conduct yourself. Huh? Have some respect for the people who made it possible for your lying ass. Have some respect. Huh? That's what you do. Have some respect. See, the problem is we know who we are. Oh, you know. And you knew who we were before we knew who we were. But now that we know, it's a threat to you and what benefits you. Huh? Because it tears down the pillars of white supremacy. And it peels away at white privilege. Huh? Huh? But you don't want the world to know that, though. You don't want the world to know that. You want to go back and you want to rewrite your history books through the United Daughters of the Confederacy Act, and you want us to think that white people are the victims and then that black people only started from slavery. But you won't go back and talk about those Moors Americans. You won't go back and talk about those. Come on, man. Come on, man. Huh? Before it was you, it was the Moors. The only thing the Moors did differently is they didn't colonize. Huh? They made settlements. They helped everyone. Huh? Huh? That's the truth. But you won't tell that. Y'all pick up from 1492. What happened in 711 up to 1492? It was them black Moors. Huh? It was Islam. You want to know why they over there doing all this to this Islamic Republic right now? Because they can't even tell the truth about the Islamic Republic, them Moors that helped them at the fall of Rome, at the fall of Europe in 711. Talk about it. Because right after they helped you, I don't give a damn. Right after they helped you, They went on to Spain and helped Spain. They landed in Brazil. They came here. They came here. There was, I can't say the W word, W-A-R-S, that took place with the Moors and the Indians right here. But they won't tell you that because they're not going to give black no credit. If we do that, they're going to figure out they're indigenous. We done told them they came here by boat on this year. If we tell them that, they're going to start figuring out. I'm telling you, those black people aren't as ignorant as we think they are. Moors did exist. Moors did exist. And check the spelling, M-U-U-R-S. Try it. Try it. Try it. Try it. Boy, you're talking to somebody who knows. You're talking to somebody who knows. You're talking to somebody who knows. You're talking to someone who knows. And watch this. I did a little research. So to everyone who says that Christianity started in Ethiopia, you're partially right. Because it was there first. But here's what you're not saying. The colonizers came along and changed the denomination of Christianity in Ethiopia to assume a cultural simulation that helped them thrive. That's where you got your white Jesus from. That's where you got your white Jesus from. Don't Horus and Osiris sound black? Huh? That's exactly who those ancient Egyptians believed in with their Christianity. Now, when the colonizers came, Jesus, Serapis Christos, Polaris Sotomayor, I can never say that man's name. You know what I'm saying? But it's real talk. They don't want to give that credit. Y'all ain't never heard of the Dark Ages? What the hell do you think the Dark Ages were about when melanated people ruled the earth? Those were your Moors. Those were your Moors. Those were your Moors. I'm simplifying this for you. Those were your Moors. Those Dark Ages, it's the reason they called it the Dark Ages. Because those Moors had everything on lock, not through battle and conquering people and stuff. No, they knew how to come set up trades, contracts. They helped people. They built roads, built banks. Who you think came up with pre-algebra and algebra? If we're gonna tell the truth about it, pre-algebra and algebra, yeah, that came from the Moors. Yep. They introduced it in Europe when they went and saved Rome for fall. Yep. It's us. They know the truth. We got to know the truth, y'all. We got to be out here raising hell, not damn near going to jail, not breaking the law, but it ain't gonna help. It ain't gonna hurt nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? And get you a shirt that say reparations 2028. You know what I'm saying? Order you a banner, get you a flag made, something, start a conversation. Keep it in their face is what I'm trying to tell you. Because they're keeping this conversation out of our face. They're not talking about giving it to us, but they're talking about giving it to everyone else. They're talking about giving it to everyone else. And we've saw this happen time after time again. Aren't we tired of being excluded? When the hell are we going to be included? Because truthfully, this is our land and we've included everyone else into it. We've included everyone else into it. That's what we've done. We haven't been about us enough. We've been about everyone else. And it's time to get back to us. It's time to put us first. They talk about America first. They talk about we the people. We are the damn people because nothing was possible without us, the damn people. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing was possible. They have nothing without us, the damn people. Not we, the damn people, us, the damn people. Black, y'all, that melanin. That melanin. That melanin. If we say it, it becomes a trend. If we do it, it becomes a trend. If we wear it, it becomes a trend. If we achieve it, it becomes a trend. Come on, man. Come on, man. Real talk. Real talk. It's time to get back to us. See, they gave us the blueprint. They gave us the blueprint, y'all. They gave us the blueprint. We see how white supremacy stick together. You see how these Mexicans stick together. You know what I mean? All we got to do is stick together. They about birthright citizenship, right? We got to be about reparations. White people are about white supremacy. We need to be about reparations. And black, we need to handle our own. We need to know who we are. Add substance, evidence to our argument. And we've got the evidence. We've got the proof. Where the F is the argument, y'all? Where's the work? When is the time? When are we tired? How much longer are we going to keep sitting back, letting these people deny us, and act like they don't know what the hell we've been through as far as our ancestors and what the hell we go through now? You see what I'm saying? For them to keep spitting in our face and expecting us to turn the other damn cheek. The time is now. The time is now. The time is now. Damn that made up God. It ain't nothing that happened in that Bible that ain't happening right now by the same people who wrote the Bible that's in control of the government. It's all the same thing. Pedos, greed, wars, unalivings, hatred. It's all the same damn thing. Y'all wrote that Bible. You even got a homosexual's name on a binder. King James. Y'all are the biggest homosexuals. Y'all introduced it. The white culture. Y'all are the ones in the closet. We ain't fooled by that Bible. That fear of God don't work here. That Jesus BS don't work here, man. We are one with nature. It's called Sunday. Sunday, not Sonday. Y'all changed it. I'm going to worship that sun. That sun rises to the occasion when I need them to. I'm able to sit out in that sun and feel it and get that vitamin D. Huh? I know about the trees. Those trees got a root. Huh? Some of those trees are the longest life forms that's connected to nature. I know about touching them trees. We were spiritual people. I still do my spiritual work. I don't confine to religion. You might as well be superstitious too. That's what religion is. It's superstition. That's what it is. So nah, I ain't controlled by that, homie. I ain't controlled by that at all. Nature, homeboy. Nature, homeboy. That sun, the sun. Y'all talking about you waiting on the sun to come back. That sun rise and set every day. Rise and set every day. The Bible talks about the battle between the light and the dark. When that sun go down, don't it get dark? Huh? When that sun come up, hasn't it defeated darkness? Didn't it defeat the black of night? Didn't it add light to the sky? Healing. That sun heals everything, grows everything, nurtures everything, adds life and spirituality to everything except the very demons, the very vampires, y'all, who can't tell the truth, that benefit of the sweat and blood and tears of black people. Talk to me, family. Talk to me, tribe. Why is it their enemy? Why is our sun their enemy? Talk to me. How come we are built to withstand the natural UV rays of that sun and they're not? That must mean we're indigenous and they ain't. Talk to me. Talk to me. We need that check. Y'all gonna cut that check. Y'all ain't build a damn thing. Sitting on horseback with a firearm, you know what I mean, and a whip. That's not building nothing. They ain't getting the work done. That's called lazy. You needed somebody to do it for you. That's called lazy. That's called lazy. And I don't want to hear that about slaves here. You know what I mean? Because less than 4% of them boats came here. A majority of those slaves landed in Brazil, leaving Africa. Y'all do your work. Do your research. Do your research. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you. I understand if you don't want to go through the whole lineage thing of being Indian and all of that, but like it or not, those tribes were here. Like it or not, those tribes were here. Walter Plecker, y'all. I keep giving this to you. Y'all referenced Mike TV earlier. If you follow Mike TV, you know. I'm giving it to you. Giving it to you. Brother Tariq Nasheed, he won't get into all of that about Indians and all of that, the tribes. He'll just tell you if you want to be tribal, be tribal. He's more in tune with reparations. And truthfully, that's where I'm at too. I'm in tune with reparations. but we know we're indigenous. So no matter how you identify, at least identify as indigenous Black Americans. You understand what I'm saying? But we got to be about that money, y'all. We got to be about that money. Down to talk about, hey, we the true Indians, blah, blah, blah. Hey, that we might get a little land, a little reservation back, whatever. You know, there's Indians right now, Native Americans, who are leaving reservations and going back to Siberia. It just happened to 17, 18 of them, I think, yesterday. I was reading this in the news. So the heat is on. Even those fake Native Americans, those $5 pretendians, they know. They know the heat is on. They're self-deporting. Y'all can look that up. They're self-deporting. We aren't African. And the Africans did sell other tribal members. They did. They identified by tribe. We're not them. There is no woke version of history. Who and killed this? Exactly. They did. They did. J-Dub, they know it's them. Listen, Africa need to be paying reparations. God and that Bible need to be paying reparations. And this white colonized government over here, white supremacists, need to be paying reparations. We need it from three ways. Huh? Because that God and that Bible condoned it too. Come let us make man in our image and our likeness, but you're going to give another man permission to go over here and do this to other men and women in different countries and continents, and you're okay with it? Huh? I thought you said thou shalt not K-I-L-L. Thou shalt not steal. Didn't those people get thrown off of their land? Didn't they get unalive? Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. How many times y'all went out there to them slave houses and grabbed them men and women right in front of them and took the women in there to have gangster parties with your little white men and your white little slave owners, your investors, your insurance company? Yeah, 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 yeah. So we know what's going on. That's why I tell y'all Christians, y'all can't name not one of the 10 commandments they ain't break. They just want y'all to stay faithful. They want y'all to have that fear. No, it's time to rally. It's time to get rid of that fear because they ain't got fear of doing you wrong. They don't have fear of lying to you. They don't have fear of keeping you oppressed. They don't have fear of keeping you on the bottom. They don't even have fear of taking you or your child's life or your wealth or your damn land or your goddamn identity. But you got a fear of this made up God that they gave you. If they can't tell you exactly who the hell they are, you think they're going to hand you the keys to the real heaven? You think they're going to give you your real power? Huh? How can the slave master and the slave both have the same God, but yet the slave hates white supremacy? Make that make sense, ladies and gentlemen. Make that make sense, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm not quite comprehending that. I'm not quite comprehending that. See, we got to get away from this religious BS, y'all. You can't continue to turn the other cheek, or we're going to watch other generations go by having the same conversation we're having right now and nothing being done about it. When we are the generation to do it, to have it done for the next generation so that they don't have to go through this bullshit that we went through and our other ancestors went through and our parents went through and our grandparents went through. The time is now to get it done. See, our parents didn't know the truth. So they had to pass that down. We have access to the internet. And I tell y'all all the time, the lies should have quit when the internet hit. So we know the truth. We are the culture to do it. We are the generation to do it. Let's get her done. Get her done. I don't care how you get the message out there. I don't care how you get the message out there. Y'all need to have reparations 2028 everywhere. FBA everywhere. FBA reparations 2028 for that black vote, for the FBA vote. They need to know that that is the standard. They need to know. Tell your Democrats right now, write your letters, make the phone calls, call another Democrat and tell them, hey, man, y'all ain't getting my vote, man. Unless y'all, us FBAs need to hear about them reparations 2028. Y'all talk about Trump 2028. They already got a plan. What the hell is our plan? Know what the plan is? Reparations 2028. That's the plan. That's the plan. That's the only plan. Because we done playing. And that's all I got for you today, ladies and gentlemen. That right there really ticked me off. That's all I got for you today. We're constantly being overlooked, and nobody has put forth as much energy as we have. you know, as we have. I'm gonna start on TikTok, brother. I'm gonna start on TikTok. I got to learn their community guidelines because I may not survive too long on TikTok with how I talk here. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just learning the guidelines of TikTok. But I'll be on there. You know what I'm saying? I'll be on there. Because we need to start getting it out now. And you know, if you know it's gonna piss them off, think about it. Everything they do is designed to piss us off. And they do it right in front of our face. Why do you care about them getting pissed off because you putting reparations 2028 FBA in their face? Make them see it. Make them remember it. Make them own it. Make them accountable. If you can't make them do none of that, piss them off. At least make them mad. But at least make it a conversation. Make it a conversation. I'll be coming to TikTok soon, bro. I'll be coming to TikTok soon. I got to get my moderators right on there. Like I said, I'm trying to learn the community guidelines and everything. Cause I get on there and get banned my first day. You know me in my mouth, man. You know me in my mouth. And thank you for following me on TikTok. But nah, I'll be on. I'll be on. Trust me. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everyone. May everyone walk in respect. May everyone walk in spirituality. You know what I mean? Walk in truth and knowledge and empowerment of your ancestors. Become one with nature again, y'all. Become one with nature. Put away white Jesus, the SON, and look behind Jesus. Because behind Jesus, you will see the sun. You will see the sun's rays. It's the reason they put Jesus in front of that sun to block you. Your true God is standing behind Jesus. What heals you, what you thrive off of, what you were built for with this carbon 12 melanin right here is exactly what that sun gives you. Know which sun to depend on. Know which sun. They tell you they don't know the day or the time that their son will return. I can tell you the day and the time that my son is going to return, y'all. Y'all better understand their lingo. These people ain't never told you the truth. And they're not intending on telling you the truth. And they're not going to tell y'all the truth. What's up, Brianna? They're never going to tell the truth. The truth lies within. The truth lies within. And everyone's not going to get it because it's not for everyone. We understand that it's some scary people in our community. It's some people scared to make that sacrifice. It's a lot of people scared to step away from that indoctrination. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people that has that fear of dying and they don't want to be wrong. So I'm just going to believe this just in case. That's exactly what they want you to do because those black pastors need you to remember that too. They want you to play on that too. They need you to have that fear too. Everybody has an agenda from your black pastors to your black politicians. Black people, FBA family, Black First, diaspora, we need to have our own damn agenda. And the only agenda that can be at this time is reparations, baby. We need that land. We need that mule. We need that check. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. And with that being said, I appreciate everybody. You know, I appreciate the new subs. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate everybody being part of the conversation and doing the work. Ladies and gentlemen, it's more work to be done. It's more work to be done. We can't depend on these politicians, y'all, to get the work done. It's us that's got to bring it to them. They go wherever the money blows. We need them reparations. They're in charge of the money. We got to get our argument to them. We got to let them know we serious and we standing 10 toes down on business. We need to let them know that this is what it is. If you didn't know, now you know. And we need that before 2028. Remember, y'all, hashtag FBA reparations 2028, y'all. Hashtag FBA reparations 2028, y'all. Whenever y'all see Trump 2028, FBA reparations 2028. Real talk, y'all. Y'all know what to do, man. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one with the real indigenous spiritual Most High, y'all. Internal Most High, y'all. Y'all stay prayed up, stay blessed up, stay meditated up, stay protected, stay real, stay conscious, stay uncut, be inspired, be great, be you. And Brianna, what's popping, my melanated empress? What's popping? You know what I'm saying? What's popping? It's love and respect to everybody. FBA Convo. Mad love, gratitude, and gratefulness for you. Respect. Respect, FBA Convo. Respect. And I'll be on TikTok soon. Just give me a little time. You know what I mean? I got to go get me another ring light and everything. You know, just give me a little time. You know, give me a little time. We answer questions that come in through Super Chat. We answer questions that come in through Super Chat. So I'll give you time to send a Super Chat in with your question, Anthony. Because there's not an answer I can give you that you can't find out yourself. But if I'm going to do the work for you, I'm going to get paid for my time and work. So if you want to send a Super Chat in, Anthony, since you notice none of us answered your questions, send a Super Chat with your question attached. Go ahead. We'll wait. Hey, I like how FBA Convo bringing that certified salute over here from Black Alpha Network. Hey, I like that. I like that. I would love to work with that brother. I would love to. I love the fire in that brother. I love the passion in that brother. I ain't gonna lie. Man, first time I listened to him, it reminded me of me. I ain't trying to take his credit. I'm just saying, like, we cut from the same cloth. We do it the same way. We passionate about it. I like that brother, man. All right. Well, I guess he's not gonna send that super chat. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we out of here. Remember, black first, man. And that comes with black love and black understanding. Black first, black love, and black understanding, man. Y'all have a great Black Day. Ashe. Well, by the next live, maybe you'll figure out how to send a super chat. Maybe by next live, you'll figure it out. But I'm gonna start getting paid for my work, man. I'm gonna start getting paid for my time. I'm gonna start getting paid for my time. All right. Ashe, ladies and gentlemen.